Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-52439. Yep. 205-964-52439. You know.
Oh, we are here. Thought we wasn't going to be here, but change of plans. That's what life is all about, curveballs. So we're here to talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate without using your cash or credit. Today's topic, the best times to the best times to cold call to find great real estate deals. So we're going to talk about that. Tell me if you like that thumbnail or not. Thumbs up, thumbs down, however you want to roll. But yeah, let us know if you like the thumbnail, do a 100. If you don't like the thumbnail, put a bomb in the comments, whatever. So, but anyway, so then we posted on Instagram too, didn't we? Mm-hmm. Okay, we posted on Instagram. So yeah. So if you want to get your own personal seminar going today, your own personal one-on-one coaching, text the word Gator to this number, 205-964-5243. Text the word Gator. That's Gator, short for alligator. What if we did a short for crocodile? Would it just be croc? Mm-hmm. Not dial? It'd just be croc. It'd be croc. Croc. Okay, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. Not Ella, it's Gator. It's not dial, it's croc. Okay, so we figured that out.
Someone said the pic is hilarious.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Mission accomplished. All right, so anyway, so yeah, we're here to talk and answer your questions. While we're waiting for some questions to load, I got a special announcement coming for you guys that want your properties comped. We're gonna have an option for you. So depending on the participation on how we go about it, we're gonna start out just to see what type of interest we have, and we'll serve you as needed. All right. So text the word contract if you want a copy of the contract. This is your superpower, the contract. So get access to that for free. Learn how to fill it out. If you want to partner with me on apartment complexes and self-storage, text the word units. And this video will explain on how to do that. If you don't know how to evaluate apartments, text the word DOE, D-O-E, and that will help you evaluate apartment buildings. Boom. Mud. Land. You guys don't listen to me, hopefully. You need to watch this video. Text the word mud. Two things. It's going to send you a link where you can download the script so you can talk to landowners, know what to say. Also, it's going to show you how you can build lists for targeting land. This is the ultimate virtual wholesaling. So if you live in a small market, or you just don't want to target your market, or you want to expand beyond your market, target land. We're going to be comping land also. I got, as I said, a special announcement here to give you that option. All right. So you need tools. It's all about tools. So you want to use one of the tools we use on a daily basis. Text the word tool to this number. Once you sign up, if you decide to sign up and you want training from us for free after you've signed up through us, text the word time, T-I-M-E. What is time spelled backward? E-M-I-T. Don't spell nothing to it. What that, Emmett? Yeah. What is that, Emmett? Okay, Emmett. We're missing a T. Yeah, that's what it is. Boom. All right, so we figure out stuff here. So raw, if you want to, what we do here right here? Oh, the structures on the land. Text the word raw, and raw spelled backwards is slapper. All right, so Most people fail in this business because they don't know how to recognize a great deal. Boom, I got you fixed up right here. Text the letters GD, guess what it stands for? Text the letters GD to the number. Now, one of the best ways, and we'll get to it from the topic, to determine if you, to generate leads is through cold calling. Now, you could pick up your, where's my smartphone at? You could pick up your, you could pick up your phone and just dial your smartphone. You know, I'm going to always side on doing something, but we're all about being efficient around here. So if you want to put your, thank you, ma'am. If you want to put your cold calling on steroids, if you want to put your cold calling on steroids, text the word dialer to this number right here, and we'll get that'll make you more efficient. Allow you to call instead of one number at a time. 10.
No, I'm laughing at you because I already know you're distracted.
Oh yeah, I need to take this call, but I can't. Oh, we go. Oh yeah, I am. So we else. What else I got, Jessica? Let's talk about something, Jessica. Shoot.
All right. First question.
Good.
Here we go.
So how are you guys dating?
How you guys day doing?
No,
Hope you
go
haven't
ahead.
slapped anybody.
I hope you hadn't slapped.
What on?
So we took us 2 days to get to it.
Right. We weren't gonna talk about it yesterday.
Yeah.
Leave a slap hand below if you agree with him slapping Chris. Yeah.
Oh. Well, you got to go to the. You're gonna do all that tomorrow, though. So you just get some of that tomorrow. All right. So what we got?
All right. So everyone from YouTube is saying hello. Yvette said hello, family. Ty, you're doing fantastic job. I'm still working on trying to get what.
What he said.
Does body count? Okay.
What he say? Okay.
Yeah. So it says I'm still working on trying to get my first deal to go through. It's a probate one. Okay. Everyone's saying hello. They live for 100 for the thumbnail. They liked it. Good to be here with you. This one says they can't seem to download the wholesale contract.
Okay, so where's my contract thing at? Are you following the instructions in this video? Oh, what is that? Oh, okay. Are you following the instructions in the? Is this upside down? Oh. Are you following the instructions in this video? Because if you are, you'll know you need to fill it out first. At the bottom, it'll say generate. It'll take you to another page, and then you can download it. Now, if it's the device that you're using, then that ain't nothing I can do about that now. You know what I'm saying?
All right. This one came from Darlene. She asked is the area code 205? Yes, it is. I know she's watching on YouTube, so if you look at the bottom of your screen, it's going across, and if you see the numbers kind of in the background behind Ty, it's up there too. It's 205-964-5243. Let's see. This one says I just got prop stream back. What kind of advice is the tea not giving?
Huh?
Is the tea not good?
That's good.
Okay. He said, yeah. He said, I just got prop stream back. What kind of advice can you give a guy with some knowledge of budget marketing?
Text the word mud.
Okay.
Start there. I don't know where it is, but mud. Text the word. He say, what kind of advice can I give budget marketing? If you want to be the most efficient with your time, text the word mud on using prop string to build list, do that. You'll thank me later.
All right. This one came from Multivision. They said, have you ever tried storefront spaces? Like to wholesale those?
Well,
Storefront spaces.
he must mean like, well, they're leasing and you're trying to sublease or something like that. No, I never got into that game.
All right.
Do you know how to do it? I'm all ears.
This one says, hi, can you share other ways to generate leads? The leads get saturated quickly. I heard about being a mortgage or insurance inspector.
You won't make more money doing that than this. Text the word MUD. That allows you to target markets all over the country.
All right, everyone's saying
Even
hello.
rural areas.
They said, wondering if slapping a motivated seller will help me close my first deal. Enjoying the content. Let's go in.
Oh, that's what's up. I love it. All right, boy, golly. He might have to sue Chris. He might have to sue Will.
I hope he don't.
They ain't gonna let this go. Both ain't gonna let this go.
It's too early to say.
How long is too long to wait if you want to pursue things?
I don't think. Well, he got enough time. Some years.
We'll move that to long.
Well, no, he just don't probably. He just want to try to let it die down. It'll die down. Ain't no question. It'll die down. That's 2 days old. You know what I'm saying? It'll die. It really ain't no big deal to Chris. You know what I'm saying? He a comedian. People gonna laugh at him anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, oh, that's if it were me, I'd know open the people can't wait for him to do another stand-up. So now with Netflix and all these people come to him to do a stand-up, oh, that price then it already was ridiculous.
They already said his ticket sales going up.
Oh, it's just so enough gonna be ridiculous. He got whatever he had planned as far as his stand-up, he got to change all that now. Him and his writers, they got to change all that now. I don't know what direction they'll go in on it. He's a comedian, so he's going to benefit greatly from it.
I feel like
1 year.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's criminal or civil?
1 year to press charge.
Oh, I'm sure civil is a lot longer. Yeah.
No, actually, it normally be the reverse.
Civil charges?
Normally, you have longer to press criminal charges than you do civil. Normally.
Really?
Well, somebody correct me on that. Normally, somebody correct me, and I'm sure it's depending on the charge.
Yeah.
But from my understanding, normally the window for civil is shorter than the window for criminal.
That's why when a lot of the like Jeffrey Epstein and all that stuff come out, they can't sue him for criminal because the statute of limitations is up. But they get the
civil too. But see, with the civil, sometimes they consider it still ongoing in some cases, and that may be the case or whatever, because he may be still benefiting financially or something. So,
I think it's probably also depends on how bad it is.
Yeah, I'm saying it just depends on what it is. They're gonna probably be a cut and dry on that. I ain't no attorney. I don't know nothing. If they passed a law book in front of them, passing it right back.
Anyway, like you ain't smart.
Huh? Depending on what we talking about. We talk about doing the spanking leg. I know how to do that.
That's not funny. I have an opportunity to get my first deal. Do you assist in that also?
Yeah, that's an option. It is an option. It is an option. So.
All right. This one says, I am hauled on finding a closing attorney. I guess stalled. I don't know. It's actually making me depressed. And also, how do you research a title?
How you say his name? Emmanuel? Emmanuel? What'd you say, M? You worrying about the wrong thing. Do you have a deal in place? Meaning you have a seller under contract and a buyer under contract at a higher price? Otherwise, don't worry about that part of it, because guess what? You could do all of that, get a buyer that's ready to go and say, oh, I don't use them. I have a relationship with this other company. Now, you don't have to deal with him, but I wouldn't turn that money down over that reason. If you have a seller and buyer under contract for obviously the same property, getting it closed is the easy part. And I don't like to use the word easy in none of this in reality, but to explain, but if I had to compare the 3 stages of the deal, find seller, buyer, closing it is easy. Because once that happens, now it's the real opportunity for a closing attorney or a title company to get paid. Now, as far as you trying to pull a title yourself, why would you do that? I'm not going to go in and try to, I don't like to drink wine, but if I was going to drink wine, I don't know how motivated I would be into trying to make it myself. I just rather go in the store and just buy it. Same thing with title company, plus they're the experts or whatever. You could try to do it. I'm sure you can learn to do it, but at the end of the day, the title company is the one that's going to prepare title insurance, which is most important. And the only way they're going to do that is if they've done the actual title work. So you're worrying about the wrong things. Unless you have a deal in place, that stuff, don't even worry about that. That's the easy part, comparably.
All right, this is a question on Instagram. How do you know if a person owns the house when they're renting to people?
So say that again.
How do you know if the person owns the house when they are renting to people?
How do you know the person owns the house when they're renting to people?
Yeah.
How do you know the person owns the house when they're renting? Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know why that wasn't clicking. That's part of, we were just talking about a title search. That's going to come out in the title. Normally, the name that the county has on record matches up with the person that you're talking to. Unless it's someone that, like maybe it might be a wife, a husband, brother, sister, whatever. But, normally you're dealing with the person that owns it. The names should match up. Now, you can still be scammed if someone says that I am this person. Again, it's still going to come out in the title work because they have to present ID. That's not anything to worry about, so that'll come out. But normally the first thing is that it should match up. If it doesn't, you want to know why. You want to ask them why. Well, the county is showing this name. Why? I don't sure unless it's in an LLC or something. Then, of course, it'll be in that. But they can still be the managing member or whatever they're titled with that business center. Yeah, but again, that's explained. So.
All right. This is also on Instagram. Which site do you use for your vanity signs?
If you'll text me, I'll send it over to you. The reason I just put it out there, even though I've had a relationship with this company for a long time, that may change. So just text me and I'll send it over to you.
All right. I'm not sure if this is a question, but they say skip trace goes off tax records.
They say skip tracing goes off tax records. I guess they mean the information is showing who's the owner. Yeah, basically that's what you're skip tracing is where's the tax bill going? And normally that shows who's the owner. That's not always the case, but normally it is. Y'all think we deep enough in so I can talk about the comp thing? We got enough people watching? We'll bring it back up. But what we in 18 minutes? Yeah, so people have been wanting to me to comp properties. We used to do the Comps 101 with Jamil. So that was, just a show that we did. Where we had 41 episodes of that with my man Jamil and I. And then I had Comps 101, and we just used to comp for free. But I always said that it was going to be temporary. So, it takes manpower to do that, which manpower means what? They have to be paid or whatever. So people keep asking. So when you have a following or viewers or customers, whatever you want to call them, and they keep asking you for something, you need to supply it. If I keep going to this barbecue place, and if I own the barbecue place, restaurant, and every time I had consistently every week, people asking, well, why don't you do fried bologna sandwiches, right? And the waitresses and the cashiers keep telling me, so they keep asking for bologna sandwiches. What's going on? We need to start buying some bologna and frying it.
Ooh, that sounds good.
You want it burnt? You want yours medium? You want it raw? Just throw in the grill, twice, boom, boom, throw some, whatever. We bunt. I ain't had none in a long time, but bunt. And so with mustard. That's right.
Just mustard?
And so we need to start supplying bologna sandwiches all the way. So anyway, so here's our bologna. And so if you want your properties come, so this is a working process. We're just gonna keep it simple. Well, I'm going to charge, as I said, this takes manpower. Probably got the profit too now. It's gonna take my manpower. So the current fee, as of today of this video, and that could change. It may go up, it may go down. I don't know, because we ain't got to do it. We just gonna put it out there to see if you all are interested. So you see my Cash App, so it matches everything I do. Ask Flip Man, right? What you need to do is, you want to send the payment, $35, right? And your name and phone number. So what we'll do at that point, we'll reach out to you to make sure we get the right address, and also how we can email you or how we can text you, however you want to do it. So what we'll do is we'll comp a property. It can be a house or it could be land, right? And we send you the link. We're going to record what we've done and how we came up with those numbers. So we're going to send you a video on that information. So whenever you get it back, obviously you have your comp there. Now, to keep it simple, all right, the reason we ask for payment, because I would hate to put the labor in and then we don't get paid. So we're going to reverse it, because again, we ain't got to do it. So we get paid first. We send you the comp. If you don't like it, we'll refund your money, but we're going to probably not deal with you anymore either. So I'm just being real. So because we put the time in or whatever, we do this. So you have to understand that we're not the only source out there, but keep asking. So here, we're going to provide the service for you. So you text Ask Flip Man, Cash App with your phone, your name and phone number, so we can reach out to you. Then from that point, we'll get the address. Now, of course, you do it in the middle of the night or whatever. No one is going to respond back to you, right? Okay, so we're going to try to be open to this 7 days a week, and we'll try to get the comp back to you within 24 hours, if not sooner. All right, so that's land and houses. So we'll bring this back up later. Just Cash App to 35 to Ask Flip Man, put your name and phone number in the notes. And now just understand that if you do that and you don't put the right phone number in there, we can't call you. Make sure you don't say you took my money, you scamming me. No, we didn't have the right number. No one is scamming you out of $35. That's the only reason I know that, because I go through it with the other stuff. All right. You double check your information. And well, I know what it's for when they put it in there, but I don't know, So there we go. So we're gonna just start it out there. So you want some comp? Cash App, Ask Flip, $ Ask Flip Man, $35. We'll get it done for you. 24 hours. We're gonna reach out to you again. If you do it in the middle of the night, you're not going to get a response. Not saying you can't do it. We'll get to it first thing that morning. So I'm personally will be monitoring this starting out. Like we may change it, to get a little bit more efficient, but we want to see how many people are actually interested. You keep asking. So here it is. We let the market determine if it's an actual viable service or it's not. Who's next?
All right. In addition to what you just said, somebody asked how many comps per property.
Huh? They mean like how many they can send over?
I'm not sure.
They mean what does it cost per comp? It's $35.
I'm not
What
sure.
would be
I'm not sure how.
I wasn't clear. I wasn't clear. $35 per property.
Well, no, I don't think they're asking about how much. They saying how many. I'm trying to think of what they could be asking.
They're asking how many comps will you get.
I don't really do it that way. Normally, I'm looking for a comp to justify.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Yeah, we look for a comp to justify the number. It'll make all. Trust me. When we send it to you, it's going to be an entire report along with a video. And if we can't comp it, we're just gonna send your money back. Because there's gonna be some stuff you send over, we can't comp it. There's not gonna be any comps for it, right? Now, let me just say that now. Sometimes it'll be a situation. Well, you know what? If we can't come up with a comp, we're just gonna send the money back to you because we won't even get into that game or whatever. If it doesn't, you send us some in the rural area or whatever, you know, and it don't. We can't tell you what it's worth because we don't have anything to go by. And that will happen with land sometimes too. We may not have enough information to give you a real evaluation, but again, we're going to send like the video itself and the actual documents, you know, to sort of back up, you know, how we came up with that information. So.
All right, this person on Instagram asks, could you do a video on how to actually flip a owner financing contract?
How to flip an owner finance contract?
Mhm.
Well, I guess I could, but I can start to explain that right now. Basically, you got to set up the terms that are attractive for someone to want. No different if you go to negotiate a cash offer. The guy has to make sense. So normally, the way I would recommend that you go about it, and I've only done it, I ain't done a lot of that or whatever. So, but you need to, the rental rates needs to be your number one priority as far as making the property cash flow a certain amount, right? If the payment that you're going to owe the seller is $1,000, ideally you probably want that to cash flow $400 and up, a minimum.
All right.
I would be shooting for 50% of that, but go ahead.
Okay, this is on TikTok. Do you think it's best to have an LLC in place before you do your first deal?
That would be the best practice, but it's not needed to start. It won't kill you to do at least one in your name, and then you could establish it after your first deal. Because some people don't have the money to do both, to like start generating leads and to pay for an LLC. Which one? What color?
The one with no.
No, okay.
It's always the YouTube.
Oh, wait, YouTube. Man, these folks already sent me $35.
I was about to say a lot of people on Instagram was like, "Thank you." It was like, "Okay, I got it, thank you."
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We just been thought of this. There it is again. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so we have our first one that I see here. Okay.
Make sure you put the right one.
Yeah, make sure you put the right number now. Please. I already know we're going to run into it, but please put the right number. Please, please, please.
All right. On YouTube, y'all let us know if that sounds better since he moved the mic around. Let me go back up.
Oh, I am. I am.
But they can always screenshot too, like just
What?
to prove that it wasn't.
Uh,
I'm saying that some
That can be Photoshop.
No, I'm saying they make a mistake in
well, I can always like send them $1 back. You know what I'm saying? I can always send them $1 back. They prove that it's them and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't gonna be hard to prove it's them or whatever. So, you know. But and really, after you do it, you need to follow up with a text to the this number here. Follow up with a text to this number, and just say I just sent it, and my Cash App is this. That needs to be like a third step or whatever. So that just we're trying to give as many layers as possible to make sure we give it and include your number. But we don't on this number I don't see people's phone numbers. That's not the service that I use, Community. I don't see people's phone numbers. So you need to include your phone number, name, and Cash App handle.
Phone number, name, and Cash App handle.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Will Bash Dollar include the virtual assistants needed to make the cold calls? Would I need to get my own VAs?
No, they don't have VAs included with the service. That's not included. That's not included. Now I'm working on possibly being able to offer that soon too.
Okay. All right, this says, thanks for the contract download information. I'm going to dominate the New Orleans market.
Kill it, man.
I love New Orleans.
Oh, if you're in, wait a minute. Well, I'll think about that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let's see. This one says, can you contact me personally to talk about this deal? I have the first dibs on the property. The ARV is going to be 150K. Before he say anything, y'all already see his face. The answer is probably gonna be no. Just send him a text. Right. Okay. But send him a text to the number with the information and let him know that you were on the live, so he'll know.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
we're
I'll look
talking
at it.
about.
I'll
Yeah.
definitely take a quick look at it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, but contact you personally, y'all. So many people contact us every day. We don't have time. This says, I'm renting and I've been contacted several times by people wanting to buy the house. I've been wondering why they're contacting me.
that's what's her name? How you say it?
Lynn.
Lynn, Miss Brewer. That's a very good question. Why are they contacting you? For some reason, skip tracing is showing you as the owner. I would love to be able just to pull the address to see if it has you listed as the owner for some reason. I would love to be able to look at it. If you've ever already done that and see that the person that you're paying rent to is showing the owner, then yeah, it'll be very interesting why they're contacting you. Now, what I probably would do, well, you might not. Well, I don't know. You might not want to move, but you know how much money I'll move right now. It won't take much. And so, yeah. So, how you could possibly? I don't know if is she asking how she can benefit from it, or she just asking why?
I guess she's just saying why.
Yeah, you need to pull that address to see what is it showing as who's it showing as the owner.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now if you want to benefit from, you might have to move. So you have to make that judgment call. You may be being paid 15, 20, I don't know what the number is, grand to move, maybe $5,000, I don't know, to move. But you could, because you do know how to reach the owner, and you have all these people reaching out. You could actually, I probably wouldn't. It wouldn't be you to reach out to your landlord to see if he wants to sell, but I would get someone that I know that he doesn't know that I know, or whatever, to reach out to him to see if he wants to sell it. And he may be willing to sell it at a price that makes sense, or whatever, that, like I say, that you could capitalize on greatly. Now, you may have the relationship with him, and he would let you buy it or whatever. So that's, so only you would know that. But if that's not your interest, then to answer your initial question, you just have to just pull the information on the property who see who's showing up as the owner. If it's that person, then I would be interested to know how that's happening.
All right, so they have a few questions on here. They said, do you have the buyer sign an agreement before walking through the property? Let's answer that.
No. If sometimes they'll do it because they want it or whatever. They don't want anyone else to have access to it. But a lot of times, probably most of the time, you're showing the property without a buyer that has actually signed an agreement. That's more common than not.
Okay, how do you set expectations / explain a showing to the seller and the buyer to make sure everything goes smooth?
Well, if it's a situation where the buyer the seller won't give you access without them being there, and it may be as simple as they still live there. And then sometimes when it's vacant, they won't give you a key, without them. They won't give you access without them being there. So if that's the case, that's why video and photos become very important, even more important, because that should reduce the number of people walking through the house. Now, those that see the video and photos and they still want to actually lay their eyes on it in person, then you have to be clear with that investor. Hey, I have this property under contract. I am going to wholesale it to the highest bidder. All negotiations will go through me. I'm going to be out there. Someone representing you will be out there with the seller. Obviously, you're going to talk to the seller. Only thing you should want to know about just the history of the property. All negotiations go through me because I actually have an agreement on the property. That's the only thing you can do.
All right, this is on Instagram. What's better, batch leads or prop stream when it comes to accurate phone numbers?
I actually prefer batch on skip tracing. I prefer batch.
All right.
And it gives you a higher percentage generally.
Okay, so this one says, when the seller asks if you're buying the property, what do you say when you know you're gonna wholesale it? Basically?
When the seller says what?
Are you buying the property?
Yep, the contract says I am.
Mhm.
It says I'm buying it. Now, legally, that contract gives me the right to assign it. But yeah, I'm buying it because the contract says I'm buying it. That both of us have signed.
Mhm.
That contract allows you to assign it unless it states you can't assign it or you need the seller's approval. Other than right, and according to the laws of this I guess on the state level in most of these cases, it allows you to do that. You know, you're well within your rights.
All right. This one says, can you please explain if a person should owner finance it or put the house up for sale if they have a reverse mortgage on the property and it in average condition and it's built in 1926?
Now, with a reverse mortgage, as the person passed away, because my understanding with a reverse mortgage, after that, it's a certain time frame. Either it has to be liquidated for the lender to get their money back, or whatever, or it goes back to the lender. So we would need the complete situation there. Those are not the ones you would try to want to do subject to loan and stuff like that, but that could end badly. Unless I'm missing something. You know, my understanding of reverse mortgages, I've done a lot of those.
All right, this is on Instagram. How much would you say it'll cost to put a whole business, wholesale business together or a wholesale team together?
You can literally start with zero. It's from zero and up. I hate this ought to be a shotgun answer there, but literally a lot of people start out with zero because they'll just build a cash buyers list. You only need 4, 5, 6, 7 of them and just wholesale other wholesalers' properties. That could literally cost you zero. If you don't want to take that option, you know, a lot of people start with less than $500. It's so many levels you can go with it, you know, so it's just hard to answer that. Because depending on the market you're in, what you're going to target, are you going to try to target more than one market, who's working with you? You know, all of that will factor in. So it's just hard to answer that because you can start literally with zero. Like zero.
All right. Do I need a proof of funds letter to show to the seller?
No. Do you need a proof of funds letter to show to sellers? Proof of funds normally is only asked for when you're dealing with a real estate agent, maybe another wholesaler, maybe an investor that owns the property directly. But when you're just dealing with Joe Blow, the house owner, that's just that's motivated now. That just doesn't come up. It just doesn't work that way. So technically, the way if you follow how I do it, you don't need it. Even though if you want to go down that path, that rabbit hole, as I said, I got the shovel for you. You can text POF to the 205-964-5243. I'm affiliated with a service that offers, a company that offers the service. So.
All right. Let's see. This person said, can I go live with you real quick? I have a quick question regarding VA. All you have to do is text the word Gator. If you're watching on YouTube, it's going across the bottom of your screen. Text the word Gator to 205-964-5243, and then I'll add you to the stream. This says, if a house is in foreclosure, how do I start the process?
Okay, so if a house is in the pre-foreclosure status, well, number one, the seller, I'm assuming the seller is willing to work with you and they want to sell the property to you. So now it boils down to at what price and how much equity do they have available. Now, if they want to sell it at a price because they have the equity available to make sense as a wholesale deal, then it's simple. It just depends on how much time you left before the auction to make it happen. But if it's a situation where either they're going to give you a price that doesn't, well, that way it won't make sense. So they got to give you a price to make sense. But if they owe more than what makes sense, then now you got to go through the short sale process, right? And the short sale process is basically when the seller goes back to the lender to see if they will discount the payoff amount. And that process can easily take 30 to 120 days just to get an answer from the lender saying, hey, yeah, we'll accept the payoff at this amount. And you spend all that time and they still just reduce it $5,000 and not enough, depending on the number. So.
All right. This says, what do you use for your VA to fuse the dialer with the CRM? What integrates everything?
Depending on what CRM you're using. That's the thing. It just depends. And then it depends on, I can't even go any further. It just depends on what you're using. Because there are a lot of integrations there, using Zapier. It allows you to integrate a lot of different softwares. Again, people have been asking for to get comp. So we used to do it free. I always said that probably wouldn't last because it takes manpower. So if you want to get a property comp, it can be land or houses. You just first you have to pay because we don't want to put the work in and don't get paid. You want to cash out $35, put your name and phone number. Then you want to text me that same information at 205-964-5243. We'll reach out to you, which you can include the address in the text that you want comped, but we'll reach out to you to verify, to make sure we can send you back an actual video of what we comped along with, documents also of the comparable.
All right. I guess I can do two more and then we can do the topic.
Okay.
It says, do you find out the ARV of a property before contacting the seller?
No, because sometimes you could do it when you're just doing spot properties or whatever. You may have went out to lunch or something and saw 2 or 3 properties, jotted them down. You can look those up, but ideally it really doesn't matter because I recommend wait till you get them on the phone. Then you have to see if they actually want to sell. Then you can do that. You don't have to have a decision ready to go when you talk to them because it may be difficult to even get them on the phone. So you spend all this time comping properties. Say you had 30 properties, but you can only get 3 of them on the phone. You've comped 30 properties. Now you want to do it for just practice, whatever. But I don't advise just doing a huge habit of that. Wait till you get them on the phone. Then they need to want to sell, and then you can comp to see if the number or price that they want to sell that makes sense, or they may require you to make an offer because they won't give you a price. Then obviously you need to comp and do good numbers.
All right. This one says, should I try to wholesale a house that has a for sale sign on it, but is not listed by a real estate agent?
Okay, so they're saying, should they try to wholesale a for sale by owner property that's not listed? I mean, it's not for sale anywhere on the internet, I guess what they mean. It's not. So if it's, wait a minute, I think I confused it. Should I try to wholesale a house that is for sale, has a for sale sign on it, but not listed with an agent? So that should be for sale by owner. So it may still be on the internet somewhere. So let me just say that. So ideally, you would want to try to target those properties that are not for sale anywhere, like Craigslist, Zillow, what else is it? Facebook Marketplace and all those. Then yeah, that makes it a lot easier for you to be able to pull that deal off. At the end of the day, the numbers still have to work, whether they're advertised online or not. So yeah, of course.
Topic.
All right, so the topic, what are the best times to cold call to find great real estate deals? All right, so you see the thumbnail. I think you get it. All right, so I looked this up yesterday, and the best window of cold calling is, I think they said, between the hours of 10 to 5, maybe 6. I think it may be 6. And because I hadn't heard something different, I did a little research on it because I was thinking something different. And the best window within that window is 4 to 5, and then 11 to 12. Those are the best times. The best days, quote unquote, are Wednesday and Thursday. Monday and Tuesdays are okay. They say Fridays afternoon, meaning Friday anytime before noon is still okay. But psychologically, a lot of times people have checked out mentally by noon on Fridays, even though they may still be at work or they're anticipating the weekend. They say Saturdays and Sundays are the worst days, but I still think you should. Definitely on Saturday, maybe not Sunday. So now just keep in mind, we're in a society that people have all types of occupations and they work all types of hours, or even if they work at all. But you got a lot of baby boomers out here that own most of the real estate, and a lot of those are retired right now, so they're always available. So all times are really good, but we're just saying the best times to call, right? And so the reason the thumbnail was there, the best time in that thumbnail was she was just leaving divorce court. So now she got the house in the divorce, what they call decree, and she don't own it anymore. Too many bad memories there, right? Caught her husband sleeping anyway. So so she said, so somebody called her as she was walking out of the courtroom. So that was a great timing. So best time to call, it's for sale. Hey, my girl's ready to get out there, man, in the street. Calling her.
She belongs to the street.
Headed to church. That pastor get at her. But anyway, so best times to cold call to find great real estate deals. That's the answer. We still got plenty of time left on. A few minutes. Yeah.
All right. So this one says, let me go back. When you have a house under contract, can you get the assignment fee without going to closing, or do you have to wait for the deal to close?
Okay, when you have a house under contract, can you get the assignment fee without going to closing, or do you have to wait until the deal closes? In most cases, yes, because the cash buyer, they're, which most people are, they're not going to close anything unless it goes through the proper channel, pulling a title insurance, sitting down, signing the documents. It's mine now. You deserve your pay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't get no advance.
Now they will. Some people will do it, but it's not as often. Yeah, some people will. Some people will. Once the title is clear, they'll just go and just give it to you. It's not often, but it never happened to me. I've heard other people say it never happened to me. Maybe because I've never asked. Offers are free. Asking is free.
So will you take Zelle if we don't have Cash App? How long will you take to respond when needing a comp?
I knew that was coming. 24 hours. I was talking about the Zelle thing.
Oh.
I have it. I don't even know what my thing is. I don't use it. So, but no, within 24 hours, right? So if you send it in the middle of the night or just in the evening period, you may not get a response. My definition of the evening, anytime after 6. So, but we'll take care of you the next day, regardless of the day.
What about with Zelle?
Huh?
So is Zelle a no?
I can make that happen. I just don't have the information at my fingertips. So folks got that. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
We are everybody.
All
Okay,
right.
the everybody crew right here.
Right.
I don't nobody. You got the everybody crew right there. I got it.
You got it.
I got it.
He said he don't use it.
I don't use it
Exactly. You don't have it.
though. I got it.
Well, we already said that, so they should have heard it. This says, I'm having a tough time finding an owner. Can you help?
What have you done to try to find an owner? Let's start there. Well, what have you done? Some skip tracing? Have you asked the neighbors? Did you try to send them something in the mail? Have you actually called them? Do you have a phone number to call? So we need a little bit more information, Mr. Carter.
What is your strategy for follow up?
The strategy for follow-ups. That's where CRM comes into play. And, there's just so many things you can do to set reminders, even if you're just using Google Calendars or events or Calendar or some of those services. But a lot of the CRMs have reminders in them. Slack, just so many. The CRM we offer, just all of them have reminders in them. So.
This one says, how much would you charge to find a deal for me and you to benefit from?
Oh, my God.
What?
That's basically saying you want to be trained. That's basically saying you want to be trained.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're basically asking for the coaching. So that's just
Because
coaching.
if he found a deal, why would he call you?
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be more of the thinking for me.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? If you found a deal, why would you want to split it? I guess just because they paid you.
I'm nice.
That's nice.
You find a deal, but you
Give away.
you find a deal. It's like reverse psychology. I feel like he's trying.
No, I think he just asked for coaching. That's the way
Yeah.
that's the way he just framed it. I think he just asked for coaching.
What do I text after buying prop screen?
Oh, time. But you got to go to the right place. You got to go to tool. Text the word tool. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, that takes you to dealulator. Text the word tool. Boom. Then you text the word time. If you sign up through dealulator, Ken says time.
So I had a seller ghost me when it was time to get the contract back. I've been doing this for 4 years and that still happens. They said first she said her attorney said my $100 earnest money deposit was trash. So I told her I can do 500. She said fine and she would sign the agreement. Haven't heard from her. I've been calling her every other day.
That happens. You never know what's going on in her life. It may be something that now has to be put on the back burner.
You
Right.
are so understanding.
Huh? That because that's happened. People have like Tyrone, my mama just it'd be stuff for real. Like, and you just feel terrible because you didn't thought the worst. Now it'd be some that's just acting up. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes it just be people just that ain't important no more. I got this going on now.
I mean, I get that, but I feel like home training, somebody gave you some money, you can at least
Oh,
text them and say,
did he say he gave it to her? So I told her I can do 500.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, it said, she said her attorney said $100 earnest money deposit was trash. Said mine.
But he didn't give it to her.
Oh,
He just
okay.
probably put it on the contract.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm assuming.
if I gave you the money, I feel like
Oh yeah, we need to
you
be.
should follow
Well, he
up.
shouldn't give her them. That's the
I
thing.
don't care what's going on.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
we down at the casino, man, with this 100.
Okay. Ain't one then.
Double down on the hard
Breaking it up.
12.
This one says, make it happen, please, with Zelle. Everyone has Zelle.
Huh? Wait a minute now. I'm missing.
We're just trying it out right now, so maybe we'll do Zelle and he'll open it up next.
Let me look on
He's
my
trying
phone
to see
here.
how much demand we're gonna actually get.
I got to find it. Let me see. I don't even know what my password is. Let me see. Okay, Tyrone, put your phone number in. Agree to the terms and conditions. Let me see. There it is. I got some money in here. Let me see. Don't send me. Say send me. Oh, my password. Trouble. Same words
You
of
got the
Burning
same
Mac.
guy wrong.
Is your Zelle tied to a bank?
Yeah. Yeah, trouble. Oh, I got it on 2 different numbers. Wonder why I did that. Okay, let's see here. They say password. Oh, we in business. Let me see. Okay, so how y'all send me money on that? Just my phone number? Yeah, that's it.
Mhm.
But now I don't know. Ain't that number? I don't want to put that out there like that. It's already out there.
Sure about that.
Yeah. I can give them the email address. That's what I can do. Let me see what email I got on here. Let me see. Okay. I'll get out there. Somebody sent me some money. I don't know how to. Okay, there it is. Okay, guys, my info. Okay, so it got that email address on there. So, I'm gonna use Ty, because everybody got that anyway. So Ty@dealyourlater.com. That's too hard, ain't it? No, it's not hard. Now, if y'all send it, y'all don't put the right thing in, and I ain't get it now. Where to tell them that I ain't get it? So Ty@dealyourlater.com. So Ty@dealyourlater.com. Deal Your Later is spelled DEAL.
Yeah, just go.
I'm gonna have to put that on the card. So we got to do that tomorrow on the Zelle. On the Zelle option, we're gonna do that tomorrow. Now, I ain't know y'all see the customer, the folks tell you, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's their day. I listen. Tyrone listen. Rob listens. Okay, we back in here. Okay, yeah, that email address been added too now. All right, boom. I know this ain't good for radio here. I mean, at YouTube right here, but we got it in. Yeah, they made me do it. Okay, boom. All right, so we hooked up here on Zelle. If you text me on the number, I'll send you the information on it, on how to do it. On the 205-964-5243, Jessica. Now what?
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
This guy who said he needed help finding owners, he said that the numbers that he had skipped trace was not working.
Oh, okay, so the numbers weren't working. So now you want to send them something in the mail, go ask the neighbors.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or you could go to Intellis.com and look for possible relatives and then skip trace them. Intellius. Intellius.
How many more?
No, we're good. Okay. All right, so again, if you want your properties comped, it's $35. Cash out Axe Flip, $ Axe Flip Man, your phone number and your name, and then text me that same information on this number right here. Forget about the time on here, but text me this number right here, the same information, so we have another layer of identification there. And so give us 24 hours, we'll hook you up. So boom. So with that being said, if we didn't answer your question, post them in the comment section of any video. We answer those on a daily basis. This goes goes in replay mode on all platforms. The best experience, in my opinion, is on YouTube. So make sure you like and share this. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And we'll see you guys on the flip side. Old school.
Bye.
Flip man, flip man. It's the flip man. Flip man, flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash.